Whoops, sorry about that. Hello, how is everybody doing tonight? I am doing good. I am relaxed after a day going out to a one-day mini anime convention with my husband. It was at a bunch of shops that were in a converted mill building in the city where I used to work, and it had been a while, honestly, since I was last there. So it's very interesting. Hey, MJD! Alright, so hope everybody has been having a good Saturday so far. I got this today to drink. It is cider, Japanese cider. It's basically, it's not fruit-based, it's got a very sugary flavor. I would have to say that it's a lot like Romane, only a lot less sweet, but I don't know. I mean, it just seems like an acquired taste almost. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, huh? I've seen a few ads for that lately. So what's the premise of it? Bunkers and badasses, huh? And who is Tiny Tina, by the way? She, I think she's a character from Borderlands or something? Oh, okay. Knew I recognized that name from somewhere. Okay, so it looks like we have done what we needed to do here. Ouch. So, the little anime convention that I went to was kind of, just basically a bunch of dealers in a room, and honestly, they did have a cosplay contest, which we didn't really stay for. We could only park in the parking garage for 2 hours. But we did end up getting a couple of neat things. Like, I got a bar of soap that has a complete set of D&D dice embedded in it. Are those run by Reed Pop? Heh. Yeah, one year I was at an anime convention and somebody was selling a bar of soap that had a Phoenix Wright on it and said, "Objectionable odor." So, ooh, wrestlers. Oh, Alice Cooper in 2019. That's pretty cool. I gotta say, the one of the cons that I went to a couple years ago, they managed to get Mick Foley there, which was pretty cool. Anyway, the people that were putting on the mini convention that I went to, they do a 2-day convention in August, and they weren't able to have it the past couple years. The first year because of COVID, and then the second year because the hotel that they usually had it at, they changed ownership. So they were able to get a new hotel for this year, so I will be very happy to go there, especially since they have a BJD and Fashion Doll track. Well, yeah, I mean, it's not like you can really do anything if the hotel that you have your con at decides that they're going to sell or change hands or get foreclosed on. Like, every year, there was a doll show that was at a hotel right near where I live, but found out that they sold the hotel back in August of last year and are in the process of tearing it down, which is a shame because the hotel actually has a pretty cool feature. There is a function hall in the hotel that is known as the Bounty because it has an entire freaking ship in it. It was a friggin' pirate ship with the rigging and everything. There was a bar on the deck and everything. I went to a steampunk convention there. They had a poetry reading in that room. It was pretty cool. But yeah, there's doll. Yeah, there's a doll. I really hope that got moved too. But honestly, I'm probably gonna say no. But in any case, they do have they had a doll show there every year in January, and since they weren't able to hold it, they had to cancel it, and now they're trying to find a new home for it, which kind of sucks because I really liked going there. Oops. Guess I can't do that. Oh wait. Yes, I can. An oracle's robe. Okay, so we got everything in here, and now it's time for the lighthouse. Okay. I'm still wary about traveling out of state. But honestly, though, if I were to go to Kansas City, I would want to make sure it was the same time that the Red Sox are playing. Whoa! Oh, no! Pew! A Thunder Crown. I was cursed! Anyway, at the place that we went to today, there was a store that was owned and operated by somebody that I used to work with, and he still remembered me. I didn't remember exactly when he had left the company, but we had worked not specifically together, but we would see each other in the halls and everything, talk sometimes. But yeah. Anyway, I introduced him to my husband. He was very happy. Speaking of traveling, I can apparently get people a friends and family discount at the hotel chain I work for. Ah, that is good to know. Oh boy! Oh, snap! Yes, they are. Whoa. I hope that's magic and not electricity. Okay. Oops. Ah! Yeah, you have a point. That's why I was hoping it was magic and not electricity. Also, why is Venus Earth? I don't know. I mean, Jupiter's wind, Mercury's water, Mars is fire, so that kind of makes sense. But Venus... I mean, goddess of love, Mother Earth, maternal, Gaia. Not at the con per se, but at the con building, they had a coffee shop where I got a pretty good sandwich. BLT. And my husband had an affogato. Affogatos are when you pour espresso over ice cream. Oh no! Oh great, they gave us some water of life! Okay, so now we've got another circuit puzzle. Another magical circuit puzzle. I don't think this works. Yeah. Better reset it. Let's see. Yeah, con food, though, it has this tendency to be really expensive. The last major con that I went to, we ended up ordering out Chinese from Uber to our hotel room. Alright, and that completes that circuit. I think in the meantime, why don't we play around with some gin? Interesting. Interesting. Dragon scales. I'm gonna equip the old armor because the attack boost. It was a bad idea. People suggest for the endgame throw doing 2-element builds, huh? So, along with the con today, I have been playing Pokemon Legends Arceus. I am now in the I believe is the final chapter. I have met Kogita. And she is my aesthetic. Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun. A Gaia Blade. Hey! All the way back to the beginning. Phew! Alright, so now we have another circuit thing. I'm so glad that in this game, they pause monster encounters for the puzzles. It's like they wait patiently for you to finish the puzzle, and then, no, bang, you get a monster counter. Solving puzzles is a free action. Yep. All right. What did I tell you? Alright, and there we go. Smack! Okay. Looks like it's almost the end. So one thing that this FAQ that I'm looking at mentions is there's a way to manipulate the RMG so you get the best weapons. But I'm not gonna do it. Hello, Velociraptor J. Thank you for the follow. Oh, snap! He has 1 HP left. But how dare you make a suboptimal password? What? Alright, so now it's time for us to go to the tippy top. Ominous music box music. At long last, the time has come to light Venus Lighthouse's beacon. With a second beacon lit, only 2 will remain. No, lighting Jupiter is virtually the same as lighting Mars. That is true, Jupiter is really all that remains. That's right, your dreams are within your grasp now. Why are you still here, Felix? I thought I ordered you on ahead to the ship. I've already sent Rei and the others to the dock at Idejima. Then why did you come back? Because I have a different promise to keep. A promise, you say? You must mean Mina. Yes, Mina. Why haven't you released her yet? You promised to free her once you got into Venus Lighthouse. And that's what brought you back here? You promised not to involve anyone who wasn't related to this matter. Mina is special. Of course. Because Mina is a special adept? You guys learned something from the first 2 lighthouses. And what would that be? In order to enter each lighthouse, you needed an adept of that clan. Right now we have fire, earth, and water adepts, but no wind adept. That does seem to be the case. Do we need Mina to get into the Jupiter Lighthouse? I'm sorry, Felix, but we can't even enter without a wind adept. That being the case, I guess I understand why you can't set Mina free. It seems that you too have learned something. If that is all, then you should go. No, I cannot leave her behind. I'm taking her to the ship. What are you talking about? We don't know what will happen when you light this beacon. I won't leave her here to find out. We told you that we'd protect her. Don't you trust us? I trust you as far as I can throw you. That's not what I'm saying. It's just best to be safe. Don't tell us what's best. You're not taking her. Why not? What? You don't trust me? How can we, just after you demanded we free her? If we had trusted you a moment ago, she would be free now. Come with me. I shall protect you. Are you ready to do this even though it means fighting us? I believe he is. He would not have to fight us if he lacked the will to fight. If it means protecting her from harm, then I must. You have seen what we can do. You know you can't stop us. How can you protect her when you can't even protect yourself? This rebellious attitude is exactly why we've never let you fight. Haven't you been given enough reason to fear us in these travels? You're no fighter. How can you hope to stand against us? You've questioned us for the last time. Let's see what you can do. It looks like they're having a falling out. There's something more to it, though. It seems Satoros and Minardi no longer trust him. Looks like the perfect opportunity has just fallen into our laps. Now's our only chance to prevent them from lighting the beacon. There's not a moment to spare. Let's move! Okay. Alrighty. We all ready? Everybody? It's time for the 2-part final battle. Get a drink, get a snack, get yourself settled. We're doing this. So, you've come to stop us? Look what your defiance has brought us. I don't need you or anyone to rescue me. I was just about to settle things with Satoros and Minardi. You can watch. and then we'll show you the true power of this beacon's light. But she has nothing to do with this, so set her free. Silence! You'd best tread lightly, or both of you will suffer. If anything happens to her, we will have failed Ferran. We won't permit you to lay a hand on them. Oh, so you're worried about her, too! Don't worry. We won't hurt her if you meet our conditions. What are you doing, Saturos? Leave this to me. Do you remember the rod connected to Hesperia? The rod of Hesperia? The rod required to reach the Jupiter Lighthouse. Yes. Those who pursue us bear a rod. Is it the one? Stay where you are. You can do it from there. How about it? Well, perhaps. Perhaps? Perhaps what? Don't yell at her. We're not yelling. We just want a straight answer. So? Their minds are veiled. I cannot see clearly, but I think it's the one. It's a waste to make her try again. So, what do we do? Do you know the terms we will require before we agree not to harm her? Hand over the rod. You're smarter than I've thought if you've already figured it out. If you give us the shaman's rod, she will not be harmed. Agreed? The shaman's rod? If it means saving her, I will give it to you. What? But Hamet gave that to you. Don't you care what happens to her? Then you will give us the rod. Well done, Saturos. We finally have the shaman's rod. Go get it. Why me? To ensure your loyalty to us. Go on. The shaman's rod was handed over. What should I do with it, the rod? Keep it safe. Where do you think you're going? We gave you the rod. Now release her. Whatever do you mean? You said you'd free her if we gave you the rod. Those were your terms. We gave you the rod, so release her. You seem to have misunderstood. I said we wouldn't harm her, but I never said we let her go. You're altering the bargain? Haha, we can't help it if you misinterpreted Saturos' terms. Besides, if we were to release her, she'd be in quite a fix. What do you mean? She can't get back to Lalivero alone. What do you mean? We're going to take her. Oh, no! That's right. You won't be going back. This is it for you. Excuse me? Enough. You're the ones who aren't going anywhere. Bring it on. You won't live long enough to regret your stupidity. Prepare to experience firsthand the horror of a Master Fire Adept. All right, everybody. Death size! Alright. I summon Boreas. And my camera went out. Give me 1 second. There we go. Don't you mean Potsylvanians? Ah, crap. Oh, wow, that was weak. Whoa! Alright, Thor time! We felled Minority! Ouch! Okay, Ice Machine time! And there goes Saturos! We did it! We beat him! Alright, Mina, let's go. What are you doing? I cannot give her up. What? But we just saved you! I never asked you to help us. You're not one of them. You're free to go now. So why are you doing this? The 4 beacons must still be lit. You're going to light the beacons? That's ridiculous. I felt you'd say that, but I'm going to do it anyway. So wait, if he means to light the beacons, then he's our enemy, right? Do what you will, but if you try to stop me, I'll fight you. I hope you don't think you've finished us off. You may not be finished, but you can barely stand. Alright, I am doing a save state. Right now, yes, but we'll be back on our feet as soon as we do this! Oh no, he threw the elemental star into the lighthouse! How could this happen? We couldn't keep them from lighting the beacon! That's not all. The energy of this beacon will restore our power. How can it restore their power? Venus is the earth elemental, right? Then why would Venus give power to fire adepts? Fire and earth share a symbiotic relationship. This light will restore our synergy. We'll fight you as many times as it takes. We won't lose. You may have beaten the 2 of us. But now, you face the true might of Fire Clan of the North. Fire Clan of the North? Bear witness to the true strength of the Northern Wilds. Oh, give it up. We beat you once, we'll do it again. Go! Take her and go! I can go? We may not have the strength to protect her after this. You must take her to the ship without fail. What are you waiting for? Go, now! No, I cannot leave you to fight them alone. Are you saying you don't want to lose to him? I wonder if that's true. What was that? Wouldn't you just be a little sad to see your childhood friend perish? What are you saying? I'm saying you're here to protect this brat from your past. Do you really think that I would help them? Let's just say that I wouldn't put it past you. And you, Saturos, do you agree? I wouldn't say that, but it would be best not to raise our suspicion. Now who's telling whom what's best? Fine, I'll take her. Come on, Wait, I won't let you go! He's the least of your worries right now. Oh my, they're glowing! It's time you learned what true power is. Their synergy is overflowing! It's too late to run! Uh-oh, they're fusing! They've merged into one another. Everyone get back! Oh, snap! Fusion Dragon appeared. Oh snap! Evil spirits! 867 damage. That's good. Ow. Alright. Outer space! Ouch. $763 damage. Nice! Ouch. Alright, it's Snow Cone of Justice time! $972 damage. Damn, that's a lot of damage! Judgment! 867 damage. Damn! And more outer space. Oh, snap. Oh! Uh-oh. Snap, 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 snap! Oh, snap! Oh, jeez. Phew. Ouch! Alright, we're doing 3 summons in 1 turn. Let's see how well we do. Snow Cone of Justice! Yes! How did we lose? We are superior in every way, but still we were defeated. We did it! We won! We beat them, but have we really won? All our efforts were for naught. What are you talking about? We did everything we could. Sure, we couldn't save the Venus Lighthouse, but we beat them! They're gone! You saw them fall down into the pit! So we don't have to worry about any more beacons being lit. But Felix is gone and he's taken Sheba. What's with you guys? What are you looking at? Felix! Did you finish them? No one knew their power better than I did. If you destroyed them, then I am no match for you now. I must go. Come. Wait! Why do you run from us? They fell into the lighthouse. It's all over. Poor fools. If you think it's over, you are sadly mistaken. If you plan to light the other beacons, you will still need the elemental stars. We have them. They're gone! You don't have to light the beacons anymore. Yes, I do. If I don't light the beacons, what will happen? It's no use talking about it. Just wait and see. If you won't release her, we'll have to take her back. Whoa. Broken in two. The lighthouse! They're too far away. We can't reach them. That's not all. There's light coming down from below. Oh god, don't tell me. No! Mina! Hold on, take my hand! I can't! You must try. If you don't, you'll fall. Look down! The foundations of the lighthouse are crumbling! Why is this happening? Is it to protect Venus Lighthouse? I'm slipping! I can't hold on any longer! No! Don't let go! You can't! You'll... Goodbye. And thank you. Sheba! No! I won't let you die! And there we have the only thing that the main character says all game. She fell after that last tremor. He didn't dive into the sea after her, did he? I can't believe he did that from so high up. You idiot! I can't believe he said he'd light the other beacons. We would have had to fight him if this hadn't happened. But he sacrificed himself to save her. He's not like Saturos. I'm at a loss. We have to decide what to do next. What to do? What can we do? What about the others at Hidejima? Oh yeah, I completely forgot about them. Listen up, we've got to find her. Look at that! He's finally come back to his senses. Shouldn't we go find Jenna and the others right away? It's about time you started agreeing with me. You'll have to tell Jenna about Felix. I know it will be hard, but you'll be there to comfort her. What's the matter? I was just thinking, how the heck are we supposed to get down? Good point. This is going to make leaving very difficult. Understatement of the Year award! And now it closed up. back to normal. That was odd. What's going on around here? I don't think we'll ever know. At least now we can go search for Jenna and the others. Alright, let's go. It's time to find her. But despite a long and tiring search, Jenna was nowhere to be found. How did the search for Mina turn out? We were unable to find any sign of her. The seas are too rough to search. And there's no sign of her on land. Tolby is responsible for Mina's fate. No apology can reflect the sorrow I feel at your loss, Farran. All we can do now for Mina now is hope. But tell me, what of Ray and the others? The same. We've searched all over, but they're nowhere to be found. The ground tore apart from the shock of the lighthouse and the ship. Apparently, everything at Idejima, including the ship, was swept away. So, Idejima itself was washed out to sea? Incredible. Then the cave, too, has been flooded? But we think Ray and the others are still alive. They may have been washed out to sea with Idejima. We have decided to continue searching for Ray. Haven't we? Do not worry about Shiba. I just hope that you were able to find Jenna. We will find her without fail. She's been in dangerous situations before and lived. But this time, I believe it was nothing short of a miracle. Who knew the sea would rise up to the lighthouse just as she fell? Can you really call that a miracle? Do you think it was just good luck? Let's call it mere coincidence for now. Nothing is coincidental when it comes to this child. So, you believe she survived? Yes, I am sure of it. Just because she was an adept? An adept? What is that? Well, it's someone with abilities like theirs. Ah, Sam, you and your friends are truly amazing. You were able to enter the ancient ruins and get to Venus Lighthouse. But Shiba was different. She couldn't enter the ruins. That's just because Mina's abilities are different from theirs. No matter how many times I explain that to Farran, he just doesn't get it. Red, don't be rude. Unfortunately, we don't have time to talk. We've got to go. That's right. I didn't mean to keep you. That didn't come out right. We mean that while we're talking, Ray and the others are lost at sea. I understand your desire to leave as soon as possible. The seas have been very rough since the beacon was lit. Be careful. You too. Farewell. Take care and farewell. Thank you very much. I hope your search for Mina yields success. Okay, so... Please wait for me outside Farran's house. I wish to speak with you. Where are you going? Thank you for waiting for me. As you no doubt have guessed, I need to speak with you about Lemuria. Yes, the island of the ancients far out to sea. When you could not find Ray, you returned to Venus Lighthouse. Yeah, the base of the lighthouse was flooded, so we couldn't get out. And that's when you gazed out to sea, as you promised Bobby you would. Yes, and we saw an area wrapped in mist. I remembered how Bobby said Lemuria was always covered in mist. I am not sure, but I am beginning to think that may be Lemuria. If it is, then Bobby's life could be saved? Yes. Then I guess we have no choice but to go. Good. Then it's settled. I'll make arrangements for you to leave at once. But we have to find Ray first. That is the other reason I wanted to see you, to give you this. Eodam takes out the black orb. Oh, isn't that... You will need it to sail Bobby's ship. I thought the ship we saw at Idejima was Bobby's. His ship is here in Lalivero. So the ship at the peninsula was Satoru's ship. Perhaps, but we have no way of finding that out now. Yes, they're gone. But now we can sail the ship of the ancients. It certainly will aid us in our search for Ray. Bobby told me of the ship of the ancients as an incredible vessel. It will make your search for Ray easier. We appreciate it. But I want you to find Lemuria as soon as possible. We promised Bobby we would find Lemuria. We will not fail him. The ship is docked at the edge of town. You will know it when you see it. Farewell, and bring back news of Lemuria. Right on, we finally get to see the ocean. To sea we go. It is time to depart. Alright, so... guess it's time. And now we have a ship. Looks like it's finally time to leave Gondowan. It's so strange. We've been traveling for so long, and yet it feels like we've only just begun. Now that I think about it, so many things have happened. But our journey will be over as soon as we find Ray, right? What did you say? Our next journey? What journey is that? You didn't forget, did you, Red? Our promise to Bobby. Oh, Lemuria! I wonder what kind of place Lemuria is. We have to find Ray before going to Lemuria, don't we? Yeah, that's important. At any rate, this will be our first time on the ocean. So this is the ocean Kraden wanted me to see. The seas are very rough. Do you think we will be okay? This is a Lemurian ship. We'll be fine. Well, shall we then? To sea. Ray is waiting for us. And that is the end of part 1. Alright, gonna let the credits roll. So we've rolled credits on part 1. And you know what? As soon as we're done with the credits, I'm going to do one last thing. We're going to take a brief break, and we're going to start Golden Sun: The Lost Age. I just love how they just scroll through all of the backgrounds from all of the battles. So I managed to get through Golden Sun with just a couple of streaming days left in March. Bill Trinan. I follow him on Twitter. Well, that's the thing. April is a new theme. And the theme for April is Bandai Namco games. And that's the end. I actually have a game in mind for it. Post-credits! Oh, Kraden, how long will this island continue to drift? I don't know, I wish you could tell me. You're no help in times like this. Hey, I'm hungry. How can you think about food? I wonder what happened to my brother. I can't be certain, but it looks like they lit the Venus beacon. You don't have to tell me that. That's how we round up adrift at sea, right? You are so cranky today. Well, I suppose you must be worried about him. Sam and his friends must have been nearby, too. They probably were. I miss them. There is something I wish to show you. Walk this way. Vince! Mina! They're alive! They're alive! What is this? What happened? To be continued. Alright, so I am going to take a quick break so I can write down this very long password. And when we come back, we will be entering this very long password into Golden Sun the Lost Age. So I will talk to you in a few minutes. Alright, we're back. And we're ready to begin the next game. And we're gonna keep everybody's names. Just for consistency's sake, because alright. Alright, so alright, it is time to enter the password. Y'all can just sit back and wait while I enter in a bunch of characters. So, recently found out, yesterday I had my 6-month dental appointment, and I found out my dental insurance is utter crap. So, I'm checking to see if I can get it upgraded, but I highly doubt it. I probably have to wait until open enrollment again. But the bottom line was that they wanted to give me treatment that I couldn't afford, so they just basically said, look, we'll just give you a stopgap and come back in 4 months. So I have to be extra careful about brushing my teeth now. I tried to take really good care of them. The thing is that last year I decided to get my teeth aligned. I ended up going for Smile Direct Club, which are those at-home retainers that you can wear. And I ended up paying for it all with the sale of a Shadowless Charizard Holo from 1999 that I completely forgot I owned. And the fun thing was that I managed to make enough money off of the sale to pay for the entire treatment. Man, if only this had keyboard support. Because if this had keyboard support, I'd have this entered in like a minute flat. But even so, basically what I'm doing for right now is I wrote down the password on Notepad, and I am typing it in one character at a time. But anyway, it is a very long password. Now, if I only knew how to do a game link from one instance of the emulator to another, we wouldn't be having this conversation. So, anyway, does anybody want to hear a story? Okay, nobody wants to hear a story? Maybe I should have just ended things off early and, just did this on my own time. I don't know. But I wonder if this is kind of ASMR-y. Yes, you weren't close to the keyboard? Okay. Let's see. Story. Let's see. I mean, I'm no storyteller like, Matsuquinox, but I'll do my best. So, let's see here. Once upon a time, there was a tower in the forest. The tower was built out of stone. It had multiple floors to it. The roof was covered with slate, and it had a little chimney in it. Directly underneath the roof of the tower was a bedroom. And in the bedroom slept the resident of the tower. Below the bedroom was the bathroom, where she would have a relaxing bath after a rough day of going through the woods and gathering what she needed for her various herbs and herbal potions and other materials that she needed in the forest. Beneath that was a little kitchen where she would prepare her food every day. Below that was her sitting room, where she would entertain the guests that came to her tower in order to buy potions or herbs or whatever she was selling. And then on the bottom floor off of a mudroom was her workshop, which was where she made all of her potions. It was hung with dried herbs, and it always smelled wonderful whenever you stepped in. The sun's rising. It is probably about 6:30 in the morning, but the young girl is waking up. She is getting up and putting on a pair of heavy boots and her usual cloak, and she is headed outside to start her daily rounds and search the forest for herbs. Her first stop, right after she gets out of the tower, is a grove of trees that is nearby. It's a bunch of pine trees. They are the tallest trees that are in the vicinity of her tower, but the tower still stands higher than them. She picks up a few pine cones to use as fuel for her fire. And she looks at the shade of the pine trees at the very roots to find the mushrooms that sometimes grow there. They are a delicacy, and sometimes she is able to sell them to the nearby town for a tidy sum for all of the stuff that nature is unable to provide for her, like books and writing utensils and pretty clothes. She has lived in the top of the tower for a few years, ever since the previous herbalist decided it was time to retire and return to the town to live out her life as a normal, well-adjusted young lady. And it fell on the town to select a new resident who would live in the tower and be the herbalist for the town. Her name was Hazel. And Hazel decided to make the tower her home. It had been about a year since she had started living there, and she had decorated the sitting room with a few things that she collected from the forest that were pretty, like some dried flowers, a few pretty pebbles that she found. A few of the things in her living room were from previous tower residents, like the Afghan that lay behind the couch. It was crocheted, and each granny square had different colors in it. She loved to wrap herself up in it on a cold day and drink her cup of herbal tea. Today, while she was looking for mushrooms among the pine trees and other herbs, she happened upon something that had been left on the ground. It was a little doll. It was a handmade rag doll. It looked well loved. It had a lot of stains on it. It had a few loose stitches on its limbs. She picked it up from the ground and looked it over. And she tried to find if there was any sort of identifying marks or a name tag or anything on it, but she couldn't find any. The doll was a little bit damp from the morning dew, but she decided somebody must be its caretaker, so she put it into the basket that she used to gather her herbs, and went further into the forest towards the town. Maybe somebody had gone into the forest for some exploration and had accidentally left it out in the rain. So she walked through the forest. She checked all of her usual spots and made sure that when she was taking the herbs that she left enough for the animals and for replacements to grow. She never over-harvested. She made sure she always left enough. Eventually, the ground began to become more barren, and it turned into the dirt path that led to town. She traveled down the dirt path to see the first house, which is where the old lady who used to run the town school lived. Hazel went up to the front steps and very shyly knocked on the door, knowing it was fairly early in the morning. But she knew that the old school teacher was an early riser. And sure enough, after she knocked on the door, she heard the door open, and the old school teacher peeked out. Hazel could smell a little bit of herbal tea from inside. And the old school teacher said, "Well, hello, Hazel, what brings you here?" And Hazel said, "I found this in the forest, and I was wondering if anybody had reported that this doll was missing." So she took the doll out of the basket, and she handed it to the old school teacher. And she looked over it. This one, I'm not sure who belongs to it, but it's very well crafted. Yes, I was admiring the stitching and everything. It looks like somebody built this to really last, said Hazel. Do you think you can help me find who belongs to it? And the old school teacher said, Why, yes, I can definitely put the word out. But in the meantime, would you like a nice cup of tea and maybe some tea cookies to go with it? Yes, that would be great, said Hazel. And you can tell me exactly what's going on in town. I haven't been by in a couple weeks. Usually I stay in the forest and watch it over. So Hazel sat down at the old school teacher's kitchen table, and the old school teacher poured her a nice hot cup of tea and passed her the cream and sugar. So Hazel put in a little bit of cream and sugar, and she sat down and listened to the old school teacher talk about everything that was going everything that was going on. Alright, now I have to go over absolutely everything again. So the school teacher told Hazel about what had happened the previous night. There had been a falling star that landed in the center of the town square. When it had finally cooled enough, everybody went out to see it. And they found that it was hollow. And what was in the fallen star? They brought it down to the blacksmith's anvil, and the blacksmith cut it open with a blow from his hammer. And inside was a very interesting crystal. It was perfectly round, and it was colored a deep blue like it came from the sea. They had no idea where it had come from or what it was. So what happened with the crystal? And the school teacher said, alright, I'm doing a save state. And I am opening the previous game. And I'm going to check over my password. So this is the password that I just had to enter. And I'm going over all of the characters. So where was I? They found the crystal. We put the crystal up on display in the mayor's house. He has a man from the city going over to look at it to find out exactly what it is and where it might have come from. Do you think it might be old magic? Asked Hazel. Well, it could be, said the old schoolteacher. Do you have any knowledge of old magic? Well, to be honest, said Hazel, there are a few books in the tower that one of the previous residents left, and they're all about old magic. Have you been practicing old magic? Asked the schoolteacher. Well, a little bit. I mean, a lot of it is very similar to herbalism, said Hazel. But it just uses different ingredients. Well, in any case, if you do want to go over and see the crystal, I'm not stopping you, but the mayor is very busy. I know, said Hazel. But it's pretty early, so I won't stop by. Well, why don't you stay here for a while and sit with me, and we'll have some more tea. And if there's anything that you need from me, just let me know. Okay, so I checked over all of my entered letters, and it looks like everything is all set. So, how do you like my story so far? Because I figured out what was wrong with it. Alright, so we are back to the normal names for everyone. And now we are going for a recap of the previous game. Ages ago, or so the stories tell, the power of alchemy ruled over the world of Weyard. Alchemy wrought the base elements of humanity into thriving civilizations like lead into gold. But in time, man's dreams gave birth to untold strife. Dreams of endless riches, of eternal life, of dominion over all that lived, dreams of conquest and of war. Of war. I do not have chat in slow mode. I do have a couple of security things on. These dreams would have torn the world apart if not for a few brave and wise men who sealed away the power of alchemy deep in Mount Aleph's soul sanctum. Prologue from Book 1. The town of Vale guarded the secret for many years until Isaac and Jenna, whose parents died in a storm 3 years before, disturbed the sanctum. Saturos and Minardi of the Mars clan followed them into the sanctum. With them traveled Jenna's brother, Felix, thought lost in that same tragic storm. Saturos and Minardi stole the elemental stars, the keys to breaking the seal on the power of alchemy, and kidnapped Jenna and the scholar Creighton. If these 4 jewels were used to fire the elemental lighthouses, the seal on alchemy would be broken. Isaac and Garrett set out to stop Saturos, rescue their friends, and return the elemental stars to their home and soul sanctum. They banded together with a young wind adept named Ivan, and pursued Saturos and Minardi to Emil, a winter-locked town near Mercury Lighthouse. There they met the guardian of the lighthouse, a water adept named Mia. With her, they pursued Saturos to the eyrie high atop Mercury Lighthouse. Isaac was too late to stop Saturos from lighting the beacon and escaping. Again, Isaac chased him, crossing Angara to the shores of the Karagal Sea. Taking passage on a troubled ship, Isaac crossed the Karagal to Tolby. He spoke with Tolby's leader, a strange man named Bobby. Bobby entered Isaac and Colosso as a test of his powers. Isaac's synergy won Colosso. It didn't, and earned him Bobby's trust. Bobby revealed a great secret to Isaac. Thanks to a mystic draft from the lost land of Lemuria, Bobby had lived for 150 years. He offered to help Isaac, who then headed deep into Gondowan. In the town of Lalivero, Isaac learned that Saturos and Minardi had kidnapped a young girl named Sheba, whom they needed within the lighthouse. Isaac fought and defeated them atop the lighthouse, but he was too late. The beacon had been lit. A great cataclysm followed. Sheba fell into the sea. Felix jumped in to save her, but both were lost in the rolling waves. Jenna left the lighthouse to find them, but to no avail. Isaac went to Lalivero, where Bobby asked him to find Lemuria and the remaining lighthouses. He gave Isaac a Lemurian ship to make the journey for the Lost Land. This chapter of our story begins with Jenna, just before the beacon on Venus Lighthouse is lit. Camelot presents Golden Sun, Book 2. The Lost Age. Are you sure we should be leaving like this? Once we go down those stairs, we can't get back into the lighthouse. Maybe I should have stopped my brother. Jenna, is something troubling you? What is it? What's wrong? I have a bad feeling, like something terrible is going to happen. How unlike you, Jenna. Surprised to see me? Alex, were you listening? Where's Felix? Why isn't he here with you? My brother? He left us. What can Felix possibly be thinking? He was worried about Sheba. He went to check on her. He was supposed to be leading you out of here. I thought you would have been far from this lighthouse by now. Why are you still here? We tried to stop Felix from going back up to the Eyrie. I like him. Once Felix gets an idea into his head, he rarely changes his mind. Alex, what were you talking about just now? What did you mean when you said, how unlike you? I was merely surprised to hear you expressing such concern, Jenna. Nevertheless, I'm impressed Felix went back. Don't change the subject, Alex. What did you mean? Are you saying that I'm insensitive? If that's what you heard, then I must have misspoken. Accept my apologies. Well, Jenna, I think Alex has said his piece on the matter. I'm not sure he has, Creighton. Who do you think you are, talking to me like that? I retract my statement, my dear. Forget all about it, Jenna. So tell me about this feeling, Jenna. I'm not sure we should be leaving Venus Lighthouse yet. What are you saying? You can't really mean to remain here. Alex is right. It's far too dangerous, Jenna. We would only hinder the others. The others? Did Isaac follow us to the lighthouse? It would seem so. He must be trying to stop Saturos and Minardi. If my brother goes back and finds Isaac, they're going to end up fighting. If the Venus Lighthouse has not yet been lit, yes, they will fight. Felix is a terribly rash young man, is he not? Why are boys such fools? He may be rash, but Felix is no fool. His good qualities outweigh the bad. That's why I think Isaac would understand if we just talked to him. Why didn't I think of this before now? Excuse me. Please. Can't we go back up and talk to Isaac? I'm afraid that's not possible. Alex, why? He is an enemy. Isaac, an enemy? Our methods may differ, but you and I ultimately want the same thing. To light the elemental lighthouses. Isaac and his friends would prevent this from happening. So that makes them enemies? But fear not, they won't be able to defeat Saturos and Minardi. So, Felix went back to the top of the lighthouse? Why do you seem so pleased, Alex? Why shouldn't I be? After all, the lighthouse will soon shine brightly once again. Alex, why do you want to see the beacon lit so badly? Oh, so it's my turn to answer questions, is it? Once, alchemy was commonplace throughout this world. With its power, mankind worked wonders across the land. The lost age of man. I want to see that world restored once again, and... And what, Alex? We've spoken long enough already. Let us continue this another time. We should leave the lighthouse now before the beacon is fired. I concur. Let's meet at the location we agreed on and wait for Felix. Alright, Kraden, let's go. Ooh, can I get that? They're just going through a bunch of stuff. The chest was already open, but it looks like there's still an herb inside. There they are! Get them! Eodam sent us to stand guard here, but I never thought we'd actually run into them. Scoundrels, what have you done with Sheba? Return her now or you're really going to regret it. Aren't there supposed to be more of them? Huh, maybe they're just the first ones to come out. Great, that means we've got them outnumbered. We can probably take him, you think? Go fetch the other Tolby soldiers still stationed in Lalivero. Yes, sir. And we'll go tell the guys in the caves. Got it, boss. How unfortunate. It looks like an ambush. What should we do, Jenna? What do you mean? Look around. We'll have to fight them. Are you serious? Jenna, are you really prepared to fight these men? We don't have any other choice. We have to. Well then, allow me to shoulder some of your burden. Burden? We regroup along the road leading away from Lalivero. Do you understand? You don't need to remind us, Alex. We know the place. Follow this road west and take the path down through the canyon to the cave. On the other side of that cave, you will find a small peninsula called Idejima. We meet there. Thankfully, only those workmen block your route. And fortunately, they don't look too tough. Hello, we can hear you! That's just plain rude. Why don't the two of you escape and leave the Tolby soldiers to me? The two of us alone? You can use synergy, can't you, Jenna? Yeah. Then you'll be fine. We shall reconvene at the peninsula. You think you can take on Tolby's finest on your own, little man? I do not wish to inflict unnecessary bloodshed. Don't wish to... What's that supposed to mean? If you lay a hand on these two, I assure you that you will be made to regret it. By advancing, I assume you mean to fight. Permit me to strike the first blow. What was that? I don't know, but whatever he did, it's out of our league. You guys deal with him until backup arrives. Oh, so you're next? Hey, no need to worry about us. We're not soldiers. We're not anybody. Seriously, there's no way we're gonna face off against you. Let's get out of here. How undignified and how shameful. Jenna, now is your chance. Go to Idejima and wait for me. I'm not finished with you yet. You mentioned backup from Lalivero? Let's go meet them together, shall we? Hey, pal, when they really get here, you'll really be in for it. Do you honestly believe that even 100 of you could stop me? How amusing! This I must see. They're gone. Come on, let's be going. There's nothing standing in our way now. But what is it now? You're worried about hurting any innocents? Well, just try to hold back when you're fighting. Let's get going, to the peninsula. Why do I gotta be the one to wait for backup? Yeah! Please, just let me go and... Hey! That scary guy with the blue hair's not with you! Great! Now you'll see what I'm really made of! I can't believe I got beaten by a girl! What's them? Oh there, where'd the blue-haired guy go? Who cares? I can handle some girl and her grandpa. Maybe I shouldn't have underestimated her. Ha, that was a good idea, waiting here for him. You two aren't going anywhere. Except with us, back to Master Eodam. Maybe I should have eaten a bigger breakfast. Oh man, there goes my big promotion. Alright, so maybe you are going somewhere after all. Punch Ant! My, that was invigorating. He wasn't too strong. I never knew fighting could be so fun. But we'd better get on to the peninsula. This is the place, isn't it? The peninsula at the end of the road to the west. That's what he told us. This must be Idaijima. Minardi said a ship would be here. We ought to see if we can find it. Jenna, it's over here. At first glance, it seems like a normal ship, but there's something odd about it. Kraden, wait! Oh, I swear, you're like a kid with a new toy. Hurry up in there! What's wrong? It's missing. Huh? What are you talking about? The thingy that makes it go. What do you mean? What's so important about this thingy? The boat can't move without it. That Minardi, she tricked us. Tricked us? Yeah, by passing this dud boat off on us. There's no trick. If this boat is a dud, how did it get here in the first place? Oh, right. It must have been the orb. What orb? Don't you remember that crystal Satoros was carrying? That big black pearl thing? I'm certain he said he could move the ship with it. Jenna, Kraden. There you are. I see you found the boat. We set sail as soon as the beacon has been fired, correct? Strange. What is it? The beacon, it hasn't been lit yet. You're right. Why is it taking so long? And why hasn't my brother returned? It hasn't been lit yet because butts are being kicked at the top of the lighthouse. They've done it, Jenna! They've lit the beacon! What's happening, Kraden? Why won't the ground stop shaking? Strange, I think it might be actually getting worse. I think the lighthouse is collapsing. Look, the ground around it is crumbling. Mercury Lighthouse didn't react this way. What makes Venus different? That last tremor tore a rift in the Suhala range. How are we going to get back to Gondowan now? Itajima, it's drifting away from the mainland. But what will happen to us? What will happen to them? Oh, Kraden, how long will this island continue to drift? I don't know, I wish you could tell me. Sheesh, you're no help in times like this. Hey, I'm hungry. How can you even think about food? Oh, bye, Dr. Zadium. Have a good night. I wonder what happened to my brother. I can't be certain, but it looks like they lit the Venus beacon. Yeah, I know. You don't have to tell me that. That's how we go end up adrift at sea, right? My, aren't you cranky today, Jenna? Well, I suppose you're just worried about Felix. Isaac and the others must have been at the lighthouse, too. I suspect you're right. I miss them. Isaac, Felix. Come with me. There is something I wish to show you. Sheba! Felix! They're alive! They're really alive! What is this? Alex, what happened? And now, the title drop. I thought Felix and Sheba were still inside the lighthouse. It's miraculous. Miracle or no, I'm just happy my brother's alive. What happened back there? Sheba. Oh. Thank the elements, she's awake. Sheba, are you alright? It's me, Jenna. Jenna? What happened? It seems you drifted here with Felix. With Felix? Take your time. Do you feel alright, Sheba? Where are we? Itejima. We were all to meet here, but now the island is floating away from Gondowan. This island is moving? I know it must be very hard to believe, Sheba. When the Venus lighthouse was lit, a massive tremor tore us off the continent. The ground beneath the lighthouse roiled, as though it might crumble away. I remember now, and that's what would carried us away from Gondowan. But what happened to you, Sheba? You were in the sea, and Satoros and Minardi are gone. What do you mean? Another group came. They fought Satoros and Minardi and won. Was it Isaac? Isaac, yes, I think that's what they called him. Or Sam. You expect me to believe Isaac and his companions defeated Satoros and Minardi? Have they really grown so powerful in so short a time? But how did you wind up in the sea? When the beacon was lit, the earthquake knocked me off the lighthouse tower. Then what's my brother doing here? He tried to save me from drowning. Felix jumped from the top of the lighthouse, dear me! Felix, are you awake? Ah, Felix, you're awake! Brother, are you sure you should be standing? You don't seem very surprised to find yourself on a floating island. Felix, once you'd saved Sheba, you must have swum out here, correct? You must have seen that this island was floating when you were swimming. But what do we do now? I have no idea. Nobody knows what lies beyond the Eastern Sea. Whew. Unfortunately, I am a student of alchemy, not geography. What is it, Alex? What's the matter? Can't you see it? It's a land! An island! It's a little big for an island. That's no island. It's a space station! I mean a new continent! We're saved! So it would seem. Wait, what is it? We're going to pass north of the continent. She's right. I don't think we're going to make it. Oh, Kraid and Felix, what are we going to do? Oh, this can't be good. What is it? It's a tidal wave. A tidal wave? The earthquake must have caused it. Oh my, it's coming right at us! Alex, how can you stay so calm at a time like this? At times like this, where would be the good in panicking? We'll be washed away! Help! Camera knocked out again. Do you want to check yourself for injuries? Looks like the arms are still attached. That's a good start. The legs are working fine too. Yep, you're fine. What? What am I doing down here? Oh, I must have blacked out when the wave hit. Well, that's the thing. Like, this camera is really good picture quality. It just has this tendency to just blank out a little bit every so often. The thing is that my husband got a new webcam recently, and he gave it to me because he had gotten one in his new computer. And I tried it on here, and the picture quality was awful. It wasn't HD. That wave must have carried us here. What luck. Have you checked everyone else? Are they all right? Then let's go find them and get off this island. Jenna joined your party. Oh. The wave. What happened to the tidal wave? I thought we were done for, but we're all fine. And we've run aground. That tidal wave turned out to be a stroke of luck. I wonder where we are. We should take a look around. Sheba joined your party. Where is Alex? Hey, Felix! You weren't planning on leaving me, were you? Well, it's land. The wave carried us back ashore. I assume you merely forgot about me in your excitement? Understandable, but you should have waited for me, Felix. Nevertheless, let us be on our way. Creighton has joined your party. By the way, where has Alex gone? He doesn't seem to be anywhere on the island. You don't think he set out on his own, do you? Then I guess there's no reason to look for him here. He might have gone to look for a ship. Alex wants a ship? Did you forget what he was saying? Then you know he wants to restore alchemy to the world. By lighting the 4 elemental lighthouses, he might just succeed. But why the ship? The remaining 2 lighthouses are unreachable by land. None remain to be lit across the Eastern Sea. So what should we... We must go to the Great Western Sea. The Western Sea? Is that where we're going? Well said, Felix, and go there we shall. That's right, our parents' lives depend on it. What about you, Sheba? What do you mean? It's not going to be an easy trip. And there is no reason you should have to face that danger, right, Felix? Then you should know my reason for traveling with all of you, Felix. What do you mean, Sheba? What reason? It's my destiny. This quest is your destiny? And you couldn't tell us about this earlier? But how can we trust you when we don't know why you're with us? I'm sorry, but please, you have to take me. You must. You need me. I don't understand. Why exactly do we need you? You know that I am an adept, don't you? I can control the wind, as Felix already knows. You knew that she was a wind adept? Saturos must have mentioned it atop the lighthouse. I see. They saw that I was a wind adept right away. They kidnapped me for my powers. They needed them on their journey. Oh yeah, they would have needed an alignment that complemented their own. They said they would need a wind adept in order to light Jupiter's beacon. Ah, of course, and I suspect we'll need your power there as well. So you see, you do need me. Alright, I guess I understand now. But you want to know what she meant by destiny too, don't you? I wish we could read minds like Sheba, then we'd know. I'm sure she will let us know in her own time, won't you, Sheba? I think for now we should simply trust Sheba. Now I am quite famished. Shall we get moving? Dyla. don't look familiar. Have you been to Dyla before? Well then, welcome to Dyla, the northernmost town on the continent of Indra. I saw a bright light in the northwestern sky earlier, somewhere over Gondowan. It was right before the tidal wave. I wonder if there's a connection. So we're able to read minds now. She cares more about the laundry than she does me. Yay! Puddles in the village! Yay! Yay, we never get puddles like this, not even when it rains. Yeah, I fell in a puddle and got my clothes dirty. Mom's gonna have a fit. Black, this water's salty! The wave was awful, but the noise that followed was even worse. The shock alone could have probably destroyed the road to Madra. Between the pirates and the tidal waves, this town has the worst luck. Now that Briggs has been arrested in Madra, maybe our luck is changing. Ooh, coins! An herb. Ricky and Tavi sure are out late. The Shrine of the Sea God stopped the wave, but I'm worried. Ricky and Tavi were playing in there, and I'm too scared to tell anyone. I can't believe those losers were inside the shrine when the wave hit. If Ricky and Tavi want to be idiots, I say let them! I haven't seen Tavi and Ricky around. So here's the inn. Yeah, Ricky Tikki Tavi. Grilled or poached? I like grilled. Hey! You look like you already know a little bit about us, huh? See, you know all about us, so you must be an adept. Even I know that. You look like you're new around here, embarking on a dangerous journey in a strange land. I thought so. Well, I'm looking for my companions. We were parted when Mount Aleph erupted. Would you mind helping me find my companions? Come on, take me with you. I'll even lend you and your allies my powers. You see, the more Jinn you have with you, the more powerful your synergy becomes. All you have to do is set us and then unleash us in battle. If you gather a bunch of us, you'll have all that power at your disposal. So what do you say? Will you be a pal and take me with you? Of course. You're so freaking cute. I'm so happy! Oh, you won't regret this, I promise! The Venus Ginny Echo has become Felix's pal. Well, I'm here. Would you like me to give you a quick explanation about Jinn? Nah. Well, that's it. Now we're pals forever. We're really glad that you're our friend, and this is a friendship that will never ever end. Oh yeah, if you want to learn more about Jinn, refer to the help, okay? You and your friends should make sure you get the most out of us Jinn. Felix found the Venus Ginny Echo. The Shrine of the Sea God. Alright, I'm gonna throw the rope again. Just don't miss this time. Oh no, you missed again! Sorry, Tavi, I can't do it. I thought I got lucky when that wave carried me up here. What are you, crazy? I knocked you stupid for a good 10 minutes. Yeah, just find some way to get me down from here. Fine, just don't jump down or do anything dumb, okay? You scared me! I thought you were one of the grown-ups from Dyla. So who are you? Look, I'm kind of busy trying to help my pal Tavi right now, okay? I can't find anything around here that'll help him get him down there from there. So it doesn't look like I'm able to rescue them just yet. But in any case, it's almost 11, in which we will probably have to end things off in a few minutes. So let me get into a good place to stop. Hey, Ultraquinox. Were you here for my story earlier? I tried to do you justice with something that I had started writing a while back, but I haven't really continued it. I was doing a little bit of improvised storytelling while I did the transfer password. Deccan Plateau. I don't think I'm supposed to be at the Deccan Plateau yet. A punch ant. Kandorian Temple. Have you come to see Master Poi? I'm sorry, but the temple is closed to sightseers. Go home now. Once the period of meditation has begun, none may enter the temple grounds. Master Poi's teachings require absolute concentration. This wall looks rather suspicious, wouldn't you say, Felix? Fantastic work, Felix. Keep a watchful eye for any strange-looking areas. Splishy, splashy, splishy, splashy. I still can't believe that the older monks can levitate through meditation. If I work hard enough, maybe I'll be able to do it too. Maybe. I hope to enter the temple one day. I want to learn from the master himself. Please don't break my concentration. I am lighter than air, floating, rising up. My mind is empty. My body is light. Now float. Float. I am not just meditating. I am guarding the entry as well. It is important work, but someday I will be permitted to enter the temple. Empty the mind to lighten the body. I've been fasting for days. I've got to be light enough by now. That's a little dangerous, if you ask me. You there, focus your mind. Did you see that, Master? No, 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 you lack discipline. Now you! How is that, Master? Improving slowly. Continue your meditation. Your turn. Master, have I done it? Not bad. You might stand a chance to succeed. I can do it, Master. Please, just let me try. Your skills lack polish. It may be dangerous. Do you still wish to enter? Yes, I do. I do. If you fail, you may lose more than just your pride. I do not fear death, Master. Ho-ho, is that so? Very well then, it is time for your trial, my son. Enter the cave and ascend. And that is going to be it for us for tonight. Well, let's see who is streaming right now. And looks like... Well, why don't we join Belle Aim, who is playing Fire Emblem Three Houses. I believe she is still on a Blue Lions run. But let's see what's happening tonight. So I will see you all again on Monday night. And then Monday and Thursday we will play to see how far we can get into the Lost Stage. And maybe later this year we will revisit it. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Good night, everyone.